You've got a friend in Zay. You've got a friend in Zay. When the road looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed, you just remember what your old pal said. Yeah, you've got a friend in Zay.
Yeah, that's a word. All right, we're gonna get into the game. I know it's like, dang, he moving forward. He moving. Yes, because I have to edit this. I have to edit, put it all together, put it, and then make an advertiser. It's. I do all this by myself, guys. I don't know if y'all know, but I do all this recording, the mic, putting the song together, and all that. It's all me. Zay does it. All right, so I have 3 icebreakers left, so I'm gonna, do those 3s. Then I'm gonna do a little bit of deep, and then I'm gonna do a little bit of deeper. So let me get myself situated here. While I'm getting myself situated here, I'm going to ask a question for you guys. So you guys can just ponder and stuff like that. And then write in the comments if you want to, if you feel like it. What was your favorite thing about the podcast? What was the best thing that you learned? Did you enjoy this podcast? And yeah, so leave a comment. You can DM me on the sidelines. You can message me privately, whatever you feel free for it to do. Go ahead, float your boat. Or if you don't feel like commenting, you don't have to. Like I don't want to force anybody to have to answer the question or anything like that. But I just want to hear your thoughts and opinions and stuff like that. And yeah. All right, let's get into the game. What is your comfort food? All right. My comfort food is apples, popcorn, green apples specifically. Popcorn. I guess you can say chips too. And a double chocolate chip peanut butter bar. I eat those all the time. I love those. Next one. Do you prefer a text, call, or video chat? This is a great question. If we're having a long, deep conversation, we really got to get into it. A call or video chat is completely fine. If it's just like a quick, I guess short conversation. It can be a long conversation on text message. You can just text real quick, and I can't, answer right away. But I'll be like, hey, just text me, and I'll get back to you for sure, or whatever it is. Then yes, text as well. I don't really have a preference because I'm that type of person. Like, if anything is happening, you can reach out to me. You know what I mean? I don't want it to limit. You can't contact me at this time. You can't. You know what I mean? I don't like limiting. You know what I mean? I know there's boundaries that I understand. And I will let the person know, hey, I need, a day or two, or blah, 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 blah. But for me, I don't like limiting a person because I know how it feels when you don't have anybody to talk to or anybody to vent to. Like, my phone is open. Just let me know if you want to, chat. My phone's open. All right. Have you ever collected anything? If so, what? Yes, I have collected my Toy Story stuff. I'm still working on it. I know you guys can't really see that much on the camera because the lighting is different on here. But I do have Woody and Buzz teddy bear. I have the car and Toy Story. I have the book. I have the pop-up heads, and then I also am collecting vinyls. I'm collecting anything that ties into self-care. Like I love it. I need it. I'll use it. I really don't care. Because if it helps me better myself, then yes. And recently I've been collecting books, because I wanted to read more. And so, yeah. All right, let's get into deep. Who is the most intelligent person you know and why? What a great question. The most intelligent person that I know, well, first and foremost, I'm going to say is God. You know what I'm saying? And then as a human form, there's a lot, you know. Um, Bill Knight the Science Guy. Bill Knight the Science Guy. Go, go, go. Um, I would say the elderly because they carry so much wisdom and they had been through it so much. You know what I mean? They've been through a lot already. They've been through so many walks of life and stuff like that. So I would say the elderly, the people that are older than me, I always look at them. I always talk to them. Um, like my parents, my aunt, my godmom. I'm like, hey, I need some information because you probably went through this already. What did you do in this situation? You know what I mean? So, yeah. Um, who else? Um, Candy Birds because she works a lot, you know, and she does it in a way where it benefits her and her family, you know. So, yeah, Candy Birds. Who else? Some of the celebrities out there, they're doing it. You know, they're making their money and they're doing it the way that they best know how to do it. And then just motivational speakers, people who's an influencer or leaves an impact in other people's life. Um, so yeah, it's a great question. Great question. I'm gonna go to deeper deck. What has been a constant in your life? Oh, wow. These last episodes is good for y'all. Cause I'm like, oh, what has been a constant in your life? Um, this is a great question. I guess my love for others and for me to see how my um me loving seeing people other happy. You know what I mean? I love it. I love touching people's heart. I love making a difference in people's heart. You know, and I don't want anything in return. Like I really don't. You know what I mean? I do want respect. You know, I want some respect. You know, put some respect on my name. But sorry, when sidebar. But I just I love making a difference. I really do. I love touching other people's heart. I love seeing them the spark in those eyes. Like I listen. So I feel like that's been like a constant thing since I was younger, you know. Um, and what else? I think that uh, might be it right there. That's a constant thing. Maybe my fashion, but yeah. If y'all, the ones that know me, go ahead and put something that I forget. If you know, like Toy Story. Wow, Zay, wow. All right, here we go. If you could switch places for a day with one of your friends, who would you choose and why? This y'all getting some good stuff. All right, who would I? One friend. Who would it be? This is a very good question. I don't know, cause I have some. I gotta choose one, and I want to like. Mm, with one friend, one of your friends, who would it be? I'm gonna hold this off and I'm gonna think about it because I don't know. I really don't know. Huh, this is deep. Should be deeper. All right. What was the last thing you did that made you feel like a kid again? Oh, this one. The last thing I did that made me feel like a kid again. Um. Oh, when I went to Disney World. When I went to Disney World, I felt like a whole child. I was, oh my god, wow, oh my god, Toy Story, woo! Oh, I'm gonna get on that ride. I want to get on that ride too. Like I was living my best life, and I wish I could stay there for longer. I'll have to go back again because I love it. All right, Who from your friend group do you think would be the first to have kids? The first to have kids. um, that's a great question. Mm, I guess my best friend, probably. Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Not now. Sorry, not now. He's probably gonna watch this and be like, huh? No, not now. Because I probably won't happen first. I got some stuff I need to handle. But yeah, that's all I could think of. Not bad. Not bad, friend. Not bad. All right, I'm gonna go deeper. If you could change one thing about your childhood, what would you change and why? This is gonna be the last one. This is getting deeper and deeper. Ooh, this is my therapy session. Uh, my therapy session on the start until I don't get another one until 2 weeks. I think 2 or 3. Anyways, if I could change one thing about my childhood, what would I be? My mindset, and me not taking education serious. Like I would take education a little more seriously if I was younger. I would have been like into it. And I kind of was just like, you know what I mean? It's like, no, I want to get back in there. So yeah, me taking my education just a little more serious on that. Yeah, because if I took it more serious when I was younger, I would have done a little more different, more things, a little more different. So yeah. All right, let me go back to this question. The battery about to die. Oh Lord, I'm about to come back with the another other battery. If you could switch places for a day with one of your friends, who would you choose and why? I think I would choose one of my coworkers, because I just want to see how he maneuvers things. You know what I mean? Because he also has a lot going on, and I just wanted to see how he managed it because it's so much. And I know I got a lot going on, but other people got it different. Everybody experience things differently and have struggles and stress and all that stuff differently. So I would like to know how he deals with it, and then just to be in his shoes. The empathy of it, so I can support the best way I know I could support. Um, yeah. All right, guys. Sorry, the camera done died on us, and I had to stop. And yeah. So y'all probably got the audio for the 2 minutes in the editing process, and then you got my face again, live. So yeah. So we have reached the ending of the season. Wild. This is wild. We have reached the ending of the season. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support, and just being amazing, and being vulnerable as well, and always tuning in, always leaving little comments, all the shares, the likes, all that good stuff. It meant so much to me, because um I know I was doing this out of the kindness of my heart, out of the bottom of my heart, and I was doing it because I wanted to leave an impact in other people's life as well. And I know I didn't feel alone, and I didn't want other people to feel alone either. I want them to come on here and be like, wow, they feel the same way too. I thought it was just me. You know what I mean? And I wanted to give diverse of women, men, women of color, women, men of color, and then just really just make sure that people can relate. You know, um, yeah. So I appreciate this podcast. I thank God for giving me this platform to use my voice and be able to be a light to other people. Um, so yes, that is the end, and I can't say if I'm gonna do season 3. Really can't say. I have to see how life is looking. But if I do come back, I'll come back on a different podcast or with somebody else, that wants me on their podcast, and I'll be a guest or something like that. But If I do come back, I'll keep you guys posted. But it's gonna be on YouTube and SoundCloud, and you guys can always go back and listen to the podcast. If you guys need like a refresher or reminders, go ahead. Um, and I'll always leave. I end it with a quote or a scripture. So let me see what because I didn't find one. This was like a last minute idea that I came up together, and you know, all right, let's see. I might want to give you guys a scripture. Yeah. Alright, a quote. Let me see which one is good. I think maybe this one might be good. I'll probably give you two. I'm gonna give you two. I'm gonna give you two. Sorry, guys. I know I'm like have y'all on your, I need the toes. Like, give it to me. Give it to me. Okay. Sorry. You should never have to beg for anything, not attention or affection or accept. Woo. Let me say that again. Sorry, guys. You should never have to beg for anything, not attention or affection or acceptance. If you aren't getting them in your relationships, it's time to learn how to give them to yourself. Yep. And here's the second one. The most beautiful souls are those who walked out of the fire, then returned with water for those still in it. I gotta read that again for me. The most beautiful souls are those who walk out of the fire, then return with water for those who still are in it. That right there is empathy. It's like, I know how you feel. I know you went through this, so I'm gonna help you get out of this. Mm. That's love too, and that's sacrifice. I'll be out of there. And then the other one was just powerful, man. It was powerful. If you don't have it if you're seeking for it from somebody else, you need to give it to yourself. Learn how to give it to yourself. Wow. I ain't got nothing to say on that. That was deep. All right, guys, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much again. If you haven't listened to my new EP or single, it is out now. It is called A Moment of Stillness. The EP is called A Moment of Stillness, and the single is Rebirth. That's also on the EP as well. If I create new music, I probably will be creating new music, but that's that. That's it. Yeah. All right. Bye, guys.